Hey, silly turtle. I'm just getting set up. I have some stuff to open. I thought I'd test out this YouTube live stream thing, you know? See how we go. How's that lighting look? Hi, Ryan. I'm just gonna let my girlfriend know I'm live on YouTube, you know? And then I'll open some stuff. Cool. Look, I was gonna sit down and open some stuff for me. So if you guys want to keep me company, you're very welcome to. Just trying to work out this lighting situation. Do we think that's too bright? Whatever, let's do that. I wonder. Ryan, I'm just doing, I got a case of unlimited Welcome to Wraith, and I got 2 boxes of Monarch First Edition, 2 cases, one case of Arcane, 1 case of Wraith. I'm missing some Wraith cards for my deck, so let's find some. Shouldn't you be studying? Hey, Brandon. Brandon, where are you based? What part of the planet? Ooh, how do we check? Made in Belgium. Unlucky, huh? Singapore. Yeah, Brandon, I can hook you up. At least the shipping won't cost me an arm and a leg. All right. Commons. I'm actually missing some commons, so I'm going to have to go through some stuff. Johnny, welcome. Jeff. Hey, Brandon, how about I make you a... Brandon, send me a PM with an address. How about that? Steel blade shunt. Do I need one of these? I think in red it's quite strong, huh? 6 defense. Maybe. Silly Turtle's like, do it, trust me. Silly Turtle knows. He knows that Santa Claus does not live in the North Pole. Majestic. What are unlimited Majestics worth? Ryan, look, I would love a heart, obviously. I have a whole list of stuff I need, So I'm just going to open and then I'm going to go through it later. Like my list, you know what? I'll pull up the list now. Let me see. I put it in. Where did I put it? I picked up some stuff tonight at Chromatic, which is where we played. There we go. I messaged Ollie. All right. Can you guys see? How do I lower the damn keyboard? Driving Blade, Chains of Eminence, Crazy Brew, Dauntless, Hit and Run, Nature's Path, Razor Reflex. I think I got the Razor Reflexes now. Sharpened Steel, Warrior's Valor, blah, 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 blah. See, there's some stuff. Most of it's WTR. Brandon, find me on Facebook or email me, and my email is on the YouTube channel. Super rare. You'll find the email on the YouTube channel description. Ryan, I did all right. I went 1 win, 2 losses, which is fine. I actually, both games I lost to my own hand because I played my promo Crazy Brew tonight. And so I had it in hand when I should have blocked. And I had no block because I had freaking Crazy Brew in hand. And then, ooh, Snatch, rare. I mean, foil, I should say. And then the other time I had 2 health and I played Crazy Brew and I rolled and I hit a 2, which kills me because it does 2 damage. So I played Dorinthia. That's what I play. All right, there's a Razor Reflex. I think I want that. Blackout Kick. Time Snap Potion. Look, Ryan, I only played it because I was losing. But I figured if I hit a 5 or a 6, I could have actually done lethal damage to him. It was cool. I will play it again because it was cool. I would have. Brandon, just email me your address, really. Tell me you're Brandon and then email me an address, a full address, country and everything so I can send you some stuff. I think I want a full playset of sigils as well. You know what I should have written? I'll put that there too. I should have written down the rarity of the cards I need because I actually don't know them off the top of my head. Shuggle, what I'm trying to do is play the same deck over and over till I have a really good feeling of what's around me, and then I'll pick if I'm going to change. To be honest, I'm more likely to play a Trolly Shiana build. Oh yeah, that's right. I want Flux Featherwalkers. That's a yes. I need those. But, hey, that's a hit. I'm not someone that'll like play the meta at all. If like everyone's playing something, it turns me off it straight away. Awesome, Dorinthia is awesome. Super fun. Wait, you're sending me a Christmas gift? Don't do that, man. I mean, thank you. I freaking played a Prism with a lot of pummels in their hand today. That wasn't fun. Wait, did I miss something? I did. That's a common. Sigil. So I'm making a stack on the side because it's stuff that I might play. I'm looking for warrior stuff, people. Silly turtle. That's exactly what I tell. That's my line. I'm like, look, I can gift you if I want. Sink below red snare. Ryan, actually, sink belows are free for us in Australia. You just have to, you got to open one. Ooh. This is supposed to be not terrible. Hey, look at that. That goes straight into my deck. See, when I was looking, half of my cards are in this set, so. By the way, if this is a little bit of a different perspective, it's because I never sit down when I open stuff. I'm usually standing. But I literally was going to sit and do this without you guys. And I thought, hey, I unlocked live streaming by hitting 1,000 subscribers. I might as well use it. So here we are. Ooh, that goes straight in my deck too. Guys. So I've got a deck. I want it all foil, and I'm missing a few foils. So this is fun. And then what I'll do is all the singles will end up going to a store owner somewhere, and they'll give me 50% of their value, and they'll use them and sell them and give them away. It's a fun little circle. Hey Ryan, who ended up ahead on that transaction? That's what I want to know. What did you end up with? Check that out. Ryan, do you want this card? Who's missing a foil yellow Razor Reflex in their deck? That should be that way. All right. It's yellow, Ryan. Was the foil alpha one we pulled red? I might go grab that. Also, Ryan, you need to be free next Tuesday night, my friend. Anyone in here that's Australian needs to be free. Australian, I should say, you're in New South Wales. We're going to do another, ooh, super rare. Foil super rare. Well, Ryan, we're going to open an alpha box, but I think we're going to do a lot more than one alpha box next Tuesday at Chromatic. I had a chat with Andy. He's got an amazing setup. He's got the streaming and everything set up. So anyone in New South Wales, Sydney, Australia, you want to be free like Ashfield. Silly turtles, jump on a plane. It's fine. Chromatic is Ashfield, yeah. It's going to be, as the kids say, lit. I need some stink belows. Sink belows. Man, it's all warrior cards. Here we go. Look at that. I need this one too in foil. Ryan, it's really good. It's big. It used to be like a LAN cafe. So it's a lot of room. And he's got like a little platform with a streaming setup. I can't believe there's 13 of you that want to watch this shit. I mean, welcome. How old are you, silly turtle? Because the kids say a lot of stuff, man. Kids these days. Look, Ryan, I don't want to hear excuses. Just be there. I need security, that's why. I'm 34, silly turtle. We're young. What are you talking about? We're at our peak. I don't think I need any more of these. I don't like that card. Driving blade. Put that aside. I think I pretty much pulled most warrior stuff out and then... Sure, Ryan, I miss you. You sexy thing. So one day, hey, actually, since there's what, a dozen of you here, should I post? So I got injured in Jiu-jitsu and I recorded it. It was a tournament. Would you guys like to see me get injured? Should I make a Fluke gets injured video? Scar for a scar. This might go in a deck for someone. PD, because I think a lot of this stuff's printed well before, like, yes, it got banned, but you'd be surprised how much of this stuff is printed well before, like, so a lot of this stuff would have already been printed, and I don't think they'll go back and, like, shuffle the set in any way. But that's also why stuff goes out of print. So you might see a, look, you'll see replacements for this stuff is what I'm saying. But I don't think they'll go back and change the print run because they banned a card. Same as like Tales of Aria Unlimited still has the Duskblade, etc. in it. Yeah, Overpower. Sorry, I was having a mental blank. This card is in my deck and it's foil, so it's coming with me. Oh, that's sick, Shargo. See, the thing is, though, I didn't get injured because I was doing jiu-jitsu. I got injured because the guy I was doing jiu-jitsu with decided to pull a WWE move. That's why I got injured. If it was just jiu-jitsu, I wouldn't be injured. So wait, Ryan, you're saying the Japan print run doesn't have drone in it at all? That's cool. I guess maybe that's why it's more hits, you think, in the Japanese one? Hey, Renaissance Boy, what are my expectations? Look, my favorite set is Crucible, the other supplementary set. Crucible has a lot of really nice, strong cards, as well as amazing value cards. And I think Everfest is going to do the same thing. I think, so if you play Dorinthia like I do, Tales of Aria is nearly useless for like pulling cards. But Crucible has a card in it for every single deck in the game, I believe. And I think you're going to find, look at that red foil pummel. I think you're going to find the same will happen with Everfest because it's going to appeal to everybody's deck. It'll sell well. It'll be popular. As long as they hit the art and the feel and all that well, which they have a pretty good track record of doing, I think it's going to be pretty sick. Another drone. See, is this in my deck? No, but it's still a foil warrior card, so we'll take it. I still have a couple of boxes of Monarch first edition. I can probably, depends on how late it gets, how tired I feel. Just got a message from someone who's watching. I'll check out your deck for sure. Actually, if you're watching, link it in here. I want Ryan to have a look at it for me. Ryan's pretty good. So I want to see what he thinks of the deck list. My deck list is 100% going to evolve and change. This was just, it was just a quick something a store owner put together for me when I asked him to. It wasn't like a fully planned out. I was going to an event and I said, hey man, can you build me a deck? And the event was at his store and he's like, yeah, for sure. And he built me a deck. Like it wasn't 100%. Cold foil Skeletor. I don't know. I, believe it or not, don't track the market that often because I don't sell. I only really buy. Right, I think this box is dried up. There's not many hits. Let's finish the last pack and I'll do the second box. Here we go. Let me tell you something, Silly Turtle. She knows better than to talk to me like that. That's for sure. She wouldn't want to sleep on the couch, you know. Do we want a tunic? Yeah, foil tunic would be sick. Right, that was that an okay box? I mean, I'm not looking for the big hits, funnily enough, but we got foil super rare. Yeah, Alpha Rampage is a pretty good hit, I think. Anyone know what that's worth? All right, is it speed opening time? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, PD, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like pimping out my deck. Obviously, if I hit a heart or a tunic or something cool, great. But I have everything that I need aside from another flock. Steelblade Shunt. Hey, see, like that. That's what I'm after. It's a foil common, but it actually goes in my deck, and it's gonna make it look sick. Wait, where are we? Foil, foil, foil. Did I put commons? I did. All right, let me check this out. Rare. Look, sometimes. Oh yeah, the Steelblade Shunt. All right, they're commons. We're on track. Oh, sorry, Chris. Sleeves are just the foils for my deck. Is that better? Can you see them now? Their cards I actually might use. All right, look, I'm just taking it out because I know it could fit in a deck, maybe Classic Constructor one. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, it's not in my deck now. I know. Also, look, obviously I wouldn't put anything in my deck without asking your permission. Yeah, Silly Turtle. I think her name is Yuki. So she's the Canadian Nationals champion. So you can look up the interview. It's on the LSS, you know, on the Fab website. And she said in the run-up to Nationals, she went 25-1 against Briar. Very strong deck. Well, Lexi is very strong. That's a rare, John. All right. Ryan, I'm just waiting for you to finish school so I can hire you. You know, who was it that wanted a full-time joint role? I think it was Post Malone. You can be my, here we go, super rare. You can be my full-time deck builder. Oh, hey, Fifth Planet. Good to see you. Hey. So what sync below do we want, Ryan? Is it the blue one? I guess it doesn't matter, right? Well, it matters. It does matter. The defense is different. I see. Now you want the red one. That's still cool. Who plays a blue sync below? Red, yeah. Ah, I see. Okay. See, guys, Ryan knows everything. Sigil. Man, I'm gonna knock that over. For Remembrance. I'm so not used to sitting down and doing this. My hand keeps knocking stuff. No, Ryan won't end up in the bin. He's too pretty for that. Hey, I don't need this card, but I love this card. Oh, guys, check it out. Foil equipment. That's pretty. Who wants that? Who needs that, I should say. Do people actually run it, or is this like a useless because it's like cheap and then foil? I don't know. Barraging. Open boxes found, no idea how to play. Hey, David, that's exactly how I started, my friend. I kept opening and opening, and then, funnily enough, now I know a lot more about the cards than I would have if I just started playing. But it's got to turn up to an event. Anyone play yellow sigils? I put balls. Wait, like a testicle ball, or I would put an Eye of Ophidia in my arsenal. That's something I would do. If you just joined us, I'm hunting for some foils for my deck. And obviously anything good we can pull would be great. Chris, no. I have a list, mainly foils and some stuff from my list. Although I'm pretty sure I've hit all the stuff from my list because it wasn't very rare cards or anything. Oh, hey, Aaron. Hey, Aaron, if you want to see any of the contents of your box, it's sitting right next to me. So I'm trying to... Is there any other way to get Quicken for my Dorinthia deck other than Flock of the Featherwalkers? There's a player question for you. So Flock will get me a Quicken token, but is there another way that I can add? Warrior attack reaction. Do I have this in my deck? I don't think so. But I know it's playable, so we'll put it aside. Brandon, I will never have a Patreon, my friend. Not to sound arrogant, but I don't need the money. I don't do this because I'm trying to build an income. As much as it would be nice, the minute I take money from you, you're my boss, and fuck that. Fuck having a boss. But I do have a plan to maybe just do like oh, cool. I thought I had it in the deck, so now I got a foil one. So what I might end up doing is something along the lines of here we go, another Mugenshi release. Ooh, and a blue Flock of the Featherwalkers. I'm just saying I won't do it. I won't do it. It's not going to happen. But I might do a way where, like, we set up a... What do? We can set up like a PayPal, right? But I need to do it in a way where wherever the money goes, everyone can see it. So it's like a crypto wallet. You guys could all log in and see how much has gone in and out, right? Something like that. Then what I would do is when that picks up, hey, foil nimblism. When that picks up, I go buy like an alpha box and crack it. Does that make sense? So it's like if people want to donate to support me, it'll just help me create more videos, and I'll do that. That's something I'm happy to do. But like taking money for Patreon is really creating yourself a job, which some people want to do, and that's fine. And I know it's like the only way to really be able to do this kind of thing full time when it's a small community, but I don't need your money. Go spend your money on the game. Yeah, like Ryan, that's what I do. A community pool. If anything, just like if people want to pitch in $5 and there's a few thousand people, then we'll end up with some alpha stuff for the channel. Or, you know, like do giveaways out of it. Like do an alpha box giveaway out of the pool. Happy to do that. What I'm not doing is like promising you a private Discord chat or something. Chris, I'm opening till I want to go to bed. There's 2 more boxes of Arcane, 4 boxes of, sorry, 2 more boxes of Wraith, 4 boxes of Arcane, 2 boxes of Monarch. So we got enough. I have Warrior's Valor though, don't need that. Okay. Time Snap. Hey, people play this card for sure. It's the red one that's the good one, right? This would have been better to have in my deck than freaking Crazy Brew, I tell you what. Alright, this is third last pack. Curious what you did to get where you are. Man, see, I could tell you, but it's like the story starts earlier than that. That's a cool card. Bravo deck, anyone? I've been working since I was 14. Full time since I was 17. Got married at 19, divorced at 21. Ooh, yeah, baby. Not good for my deck, but point I was making, I've been hustling for a very long time. You know, there was times in my life I was working 3 jobs. I've pretty much always been in sales, so it was never like salary employment where I made just a fixed amount of money. I was always in work where there was bonuses, commissions. I think at 21, I was making over 100,000 working for a vacuum cleaner shop of all places, but they had a commission structure, and I'm not saying I abused it, but it was not terribly hard to make good money there. Send that useless E-strike, Robin. I never said it's useless. I said it's useless for my deck. Yeah, Boz, look, I can... Fine, let's... How about we do Fluke story time, huh? You guys want that? Fluke story time is fun. You guys don't get that, because usually when I'm doing videos, I try and, like, not ramble into, like, my life story shit. So, let me tell you about the vacuum cleaner shop, right? This is, like, real, true shit. The way this vacuum cleaner shop, I could name who they are, but I won't, just because. No, I'm not gonna talk anything bad about them, but I won't, because it's still a big chain of vacuum cleaner shops. Anyway, even me saying that means you can guess who I'm talking about. No, look, Peter. So, if you're old, if you're over the age of 30, you'll know that Electrolux and other brand that used to go door to door, Kirby's, right? So there was a whole industry of door to door vacuum cleaner stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the door to door stuff. I'm talking about working in a store that specializes in, and yes, Boz, that's exactly right. That's where I worked. I lived in Queensland. I got a job at, I don't use that card, a vacuum cleaner retailer. Long story short, the commission structure is pretty good. You made like $600 a week, but literally everything you sold, everything, including a pack of bags, paid you something. And that's a pretty smart business model because we were very motivated to sell bags. We were very motivated to sell the vacuum cleaner head if you broke one, right? So it was like it was a good system to motivate your staff to, you know, not ignore customers when they came in the door. I lucked out. I was living in Rockhampton, which is like a mining town, and they didn't have like, Rockhampton had a lot of people with a high disposable income and not a lot of shops. It's just the way it was. Whew. I saw that glint and I just went straight for it. It's a nice little hit. So anyway, by the way, I'm not telling you I made all my money. I'm just telling you a very funny story. These idiots. So basically, if you know the shops I'm talking about, they used to run these like, buy a vacuum cleaner, get a free steam mop. And the way it worked in the system is you sold the vacuum cleaner and made $15 commission. So I'll try and explain the maths in a linear way so you guys can follow. You sold a vacuum cleaner, on the system it would say $15 commission. You'd put the steam mop in, and if you sold the steam mop, you made $10 commission, right? So you'd put vacuum cleaner, $15 commission, steam mop, $10 commission. So your commission on that sale would be $25, but the steam mop's free. So what you'd have to do is you would have to then put a discount code. That's how the system worked. You'd put a discount code in that removed $15 commission. So if you can do the maths from there, it's $10 commission for the vacuum, or 15, 10 for the steam mop, and then it's subtracted 15. So 1 week, and at the end of the day, you'd like, you know, tally the till, count the cash, put it in the safe, run like an end of day thing on the computer, and would run out like your sales report with your sales code number. And I noticed, because when you're in that industry, you're pretty much, I guess like any, like maybe even like playing Flesh and Blood, you're sort of tallying up like what you've made for the day or counting. So you know roughly like, oh, I made $100 extra today, whatever. I looked at the commission sheet and it was like $50 more than it should have been. And it turned out the discount code was applying a commission instead of reducing the commissions. The whole point of this story is the code that you put in is supposed to remove commission because you gave away a free steam up. Yeah, I've got 2 of these in my deck. I don't need more, but I love this card now. But the system was, the sales system they had, whatever they coded it in, they coded it in wrong. So I ring head office because I'm a good boy. And I go, hey guys, like, FYI, we have like 300 stores nationally. Right now, you guys are giving us commission when we give a free steam up away, which is silly. It should remove commission. It's supposed to be minus $5. Every time you gave a steam up away, you were losing $5 commission. But, you know, if you sold a vacuum cleaner, made $30, but to close the sale, you offered them, that's the third one of these. Oh, look. Oh, hey. Yeah, that's all the excitement they're going to get. I have this in my deck too. That's a sick hit. Anyway, I told them. They're like, no problem, we'll look into it. And then like a week passed. I worked the next weekend. I noticed the same thing happening. I rang them again. I said, hey guys, I don't know if you fixed that, but it's still happening. Look, the point of the story is 6 weeks later, that shit was still happening. And I found out I was the only one that knew about it because no one was really tallying up as much as I was. So for a whole week, every time someone, and by the way, remember I told head office like 3-4 times and they never fixed it. And by this time we'd made like, oh, here we go. That's good for my deck. Like by this point, we'd made commission, it got paid into our bank accounts, and it had all that extra money in it. Yeah, Boz, but that's the whole thing, right? I'll explain that. Yeah, I'll explain. Basically, for a week, when people came in and they'd be like, "Can I buy a pack of bags?" and a pack of bags was $13.95. I'd be like, "Would you like a free steam mop with that?" And they'd look at me weird, and I'd be like, "Would you like a free steam mop with that?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, I'd love one," and I'd just give them a free steam mop. And I did that for a week, and I made like $4,000 that week. Because these idiots running the company decided they were too busy to fix the fucking error. They were clearly making too much money, and I legit I'm so proud of it, because I literally how many chances you got to give someone, and they don't fix it, and the entire company of salespeople is like, look, silly turtle. Let me explain. They could have taken the money back at any point they wanted. I didn't hide it. That's my point. I told them. I said, "Hey, it's not working. This is what's happening." And anyway, look, regardless. Man, we're getting all the cards for my deck now. Turns out this company was doing a big dodgy, right? They'd sold the person, the name of the person who started the company. He'd long sold it and retired. And then the people that bought it, his sons or whatever, I think it was more like managers. What they did, and this happens a lot, they pump up. So because they're franchise model, they would go and open Ryan, are you asking for one, or are you saying congratulations? So anyway, the point was they were inflating their sales by their growth, not their sales. They were inflating their growth by opening franchises left, right, and center. There was 380 stores at one point, and let me tell you, they were opening them right next to each other, and you were competing with someone that you worked with across the road, basically, or 10 minutes away. And this is a destination store. It's not supposed to happen. But it turned out the reason they were doing it is they basically ended up flipping the company to a private equity group for way more than it's worth. And us working there knew it. Good night, Shago. So anyway, that's my Godfrey's. Godfrey's is the name of the company, by the way. Double up iron rod helm. I will try to pull a heart. Yeah, Boz, that's what they were doing. So even when you were telling them, guys, you're bleeding money here, they really didn't care. They just wanted, they literally were happy just to see the stock go out the door so they can say, look, we sold 50,000 steam mops today, or gave away. That's literally, they were happy giving them away instead of, anyway, they were just idiots. And when I say idiots, they're probably smart, right? Because it works. Foil super rare. But should probably sort these later. No, not like that. See you, Brandon. All right, that's the good story. You guys want to hear the bad story about that place, why I left? Because that's really the follow-up question is, well, it was so good. Why didn't you stay? Gotta work out how to do a face cam so you guys can see the pain in my eyes when I when I recount these shitty stories. Well, hello. All right. It's a nice little pack. You're hooked. Fuck, sorry, Brendan. All right. I'll be quick. So this is So I was working for Godfrey's. Doing all right, whatever. I was married and had a baby, by the way. My son is 13 now, but he was... What was he? 1? He would have been 1 year old. Look, my background's my parents are missionaries and we went to churches and stuff growing up. So this was like a family friend who is in the same church circle from Melbourne. He'd gotten like a huge cleaning contract. Chris, I play Dorinthia. So this friend owned a big cleaning company in Melbourne. By big, we're talking, you know, running it himself and his family. He was turning over was over $1 million a year. He was doing very well. I think that's considered a medium-sized business, but at the time, I was 21 or whatever. That was huge. Yeah, Tales of Woe. Dude, this story is terrible. It's just a life lesson, though. So I get... Oh, you know what? Let me tell you, like, this is the truth, right? I'd found out I have an eye condition. It's been fixed since, but I was literally, like, going blind to one eye. It's called keratoconus. You can Google it. It's like when your eyeball is not a ball. It's turning into like an oval, like a football. So this is all happening in the 1 year. So I find out I got this eye condition, and I find out the surgery is like spinal crush, foil majestic. This is a Guardian. This is all Guardian. Whew. Eye condition, surgery is expensive. Medicare wouldn't cover it. Medicare is like our healthcare system. So these dickheads are Godfrey's that I worked for. Probably shouldn't say that, hey, publicly on the internet. Just I might get sued, but whatever, they can sue me. My friend, family friend, he's like an uncle because he's like the age of my dad. He contacts me. His name is John, and he goes, hey, I heard you work for Godfrey's. Like, you guys sell cleaning equipment and chemicals and all that. Yeah, right. So I've had the transplant in one eye, the corneal graft, and look, it's fine. I'm fine. My vision's great now. At the time, it was pretty worrying. So Godfrey's, I'm working for Godfrey's. John says he's got this big cleaning contract. He wanted some pricing on chemicals and all this cleaning stuff, right? And, you know, family friend trusted me, whatever. So I put some stuff together, and he goes, look, we're taking over a contract from a company that went broke. So a company went broke that was cleaning all these shopping centers, and John was quoting for the whole thing to get the work. And this company that went broke had all this equipment. So he sent me a list of the equipment. It's like, if you know much about shopping center cleaning, a second one of these, there's like big car park sweepers. That was the big like ticket items. They're about 50K each. It's like the ones with the brushes on the bottom, street sweeper type machines. They're just smaller for a shopping center. So anyway, he needed like 9 of them. 9 of them? Less than 9 of them. It was about $500,000 worth. But again, he sent me a list of like the old company's equipment, and he said, can you quote me a new one? So we sold vacuum cleaners, but some vacuum cleaner manufacturers also build these really big sweeper stuff. Like, it's just the cleaning industry. It's like how Mitsubishi builds boat motors, but they also build trucks and airplanes or whatever. Like, it's just one of those things. Some of the companies I work with in the store had bigger equipment. I got a quote together, sent it off to them. Now, obviously, I'm in a little retail store, right? So there's no reason for me to be selling $50,000 pieces of equipment. And what I just told you about the commission structure, it was weird because like we made so much money. Like, we could sell $1,000 vacuum cleaner and make $200. Boz, it was 12 shopping centers. So it was a big contract, yeah. So with the amount of commissions we made, super rare. Like, selling a $50,000 piece of equipment would have paid a lot of money, right? So a couple of the head boss honcho people like started to nose around. They're like, hey, why are you getting quotes for this stuff? And I'm like, explain the scenario, and they're like, oh, cool. They're like, oh, we're actually opening a commercial department. And they didn't have a commercial department yet, but they said they were opening one. That was great. Didn't think much of it. Sand sketch plan for super rare. Sorry, I know I'm okay. Let me try and keep my brain on track. I quoted my friend $550,000 worth of equipment. he went away, and because there was already old equipment at all these shopping centers, he got a quote to just take on the finance of those. And he's basically called me one day and said, look, we looked at the quote. Is that the second one? It is the second one. They basically rejected the offer. They said, look, we can buy all this equipment for whatever it was, like $6,000 a month worth of repayments instead of buying them new. Now, your boy Fluke is not a dumb boy. I said, John, no problem. Send me the quote, like send me the finance paperwork that they gave you. So he sent me because he's a family friend, he sent me the whole thing. And I noticed that some of this equipment was, that's going in my deck. Some of this equipment was 5 years old. Some of it was, well, it is a playset of E-strikes for Blitz anyway. Some of the equipment was old. Basically, it was encumbered, so it had finance on it, right? And if you know anything about finance, taken on a lease, like 3 years into a lease on a depreciating asset, which in the cleaning industry would also mean it probably hasn't been serviced because the company went broke. All right, we'll be playing Guardian, huh? Is a bad idea, but what I did was I just took my $550,000 quote and I called a finance company up and I got them to quote the lease on the new equipment. But I told them, I said, look, guys, I need to be at $6,000 a month. I needed to match the other quote. Like I needed to make sure I told my friend that, look, for the same money, you'll get brand new equipment. That was my, but it worked. So my friend was like, wait, if we do a lease with this company for 6 years or whatever, we'll get all the equipment brand new instead. And they took it. So that was like a good little win for me. Second legendary, why not? I don't know if we should play Brute or... Yeah, Buzz, exactly. Lease transfers. It's toxic. It's not a good idea. So in the background, the Godfrey's head honchos were like... They saw me get the quote, they saw me lose the quote, and then they saw me resurrect it, right? And I got a purchase order. I got a $550,000 purchase order. By the way, to this day, if you walk into a Godfrey store, I mean, probably they won't talk to you because you're a stranger, but to this day, I still have the record of the largest invoice ever for Godfrey's out of a store. Because I invoiced it out of the store under my sales code, because why the fuck not? Because we had like a national database. And anyway, I was at the top of that leaderboard. What the lovely Godfrey's people did. So we discussed this sale. This was over a course of like 2 months. And they assured me like, John, you bring this sale and we'll look after you. We'll, commission, blah, blah, blah. And in my head, my motivation was like, pay for this damn surgery. I didn't have 15 grand to spend on surgery at 21, I'll tell you that. And my parents offered to pay and whatever. I'm too prideful for like letting someone help, unfortunately. The moment the sale went through, I get a call from the CEO. Like when you're a retail worker, like you're literally like, the guy with the branded shirt, not a suit. The CEO calls. And he goes, hey, John, great work. So proud, like, da-da-da-da-da. And he goes into, I don't know if you know what the sandwich method is, but he throws in there, like, a lot of compliments. And I'm like, oh, fuck, hello. We want that. So anyway, it turns out these morons had all teamed up behind my back. I'm talking like not my store manager, but the guy right above him, like the line manager right above him. They'd all like gotten together and basically invoiced or taken the order and put it into their brand new, newly formed commercial department. Not under my sales code. I know because I ran a report the next day and it wasn't there. And I obviously ring them. Oh. I don't know, is ringing violent enough? I rang them violently. And I was like, the fuck? And they're like, look, it's too big a sale to put through the shop. Look, they came up with many reasons and none made sense, as you can imagine. But they basically had stolen the sale. Look, I'm like, it takes me a lot to get angry these days, but I was pretty fucking angry. And again, because I thought that that would be my surgery paid for. That's the main thing. They ended up offering me like, I think $6,000. Again, if you know anything about sales, getting $6,000 commission for a $550,000 equipment purchase is probably reasonably okay, but it's not what I was promised before I got the sale, if that makes sense. But this was my family friend. So I rang him. I said, John, do you mind canceling that order? And he goes, why? I go, oh, well, they're not paying me my commission. And he goes, yeah, done. So he hung up and I hung up. And then I'm like, you know what? Like, that's probably not going to end up anywhere. Because, like, if he cancels it, I make nothing. If he keeps it, like, if he keeps the sale, if he keeps the order, he gets his fucking equipment. Like, by the way, I'd done the right job getting him good pricing. Like, the pricing was amazing. He wasn't going to get that deal anywhere else. In the end, I called him back and I said, look, just go ahead with it. Like, don't go and delay your equipment. Like, he had a contract to get to. Like, this is like real shit. You know what I mean? Like, ego out of the way. He needed the equipment and it was a lot of work. And I won't go into the whole story, but he ended up offering me a job and I quit Godfrey's and I went to work for him. The sad part of that story is he was less honest than them in the end. Like, working for him was much, much worse. But that's a whole nother story. But look, if you need to look, not every story has a lesson behind it, but if you want to take a lesson out of this one, just get shit in writing. All right? Make sure your contract covers your fucking payment so you can sue people. Don't rely on the goodwill of anybody. Unless it's me. Fluke's good. You can rely on me, but it's everyone else that's shit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look for... I know what to do. I'll be back. All right. This was mail day today. This was actually from somebody. He's the gentleman that runs Flesh and Blood Art House. Sorry, I realized the mail day didn't even come up. He wanted to do his first crypto deal, so I bought... He was selling that and a playmat, which I'm using. I'm like, yeah, man. If you're going to take crypto for the first time ever, it's got to be me. Yeah, it was David. Not sure if he cares about being mentioned. I doubt he does. All right. Get rid of some bulk, open some arcane. I might get a drink of water before doing that. Talking is hard work. Chris, you want the terrace unders? Is that what you need a set of? Man, I hate it when cards fall in there. All right, what are these? Rares? Yep. I'll make a stack. I'll tidy these up in the morning. All right. All right, you reckon we can pull an eye of a video? Well, I've got to show you guys something. I bought a whole bunch of mini knives to make my hands look bigger. See? Smart marketing. Exactly, mini knives. They're just cuter. I don't know. 2 CNC, 1 eye, 1 skull cap. Dan, I'll tell you right now, if I pull 2 CNC, 1 eye, and a skull cap, I will send all... No, I won't send you all of them. But I'll send you something. Wait, Aaron, you didn't say, did you want to see your hits on camera, or you're going to wait? Ah. Silly Turtle, it's fun. I've got a first edition one to sell you if you want it. I'll do Afterpay. Surely you can do Afterpay. Ryan, I never spent 20,000 on my Fabled. My Fabled was pulled live on camera by Chris Sires, and it's on a video. So is this the same pack order? Yep. Sure is. Where do we put that? Sorry, making room. All right. See, I don't need that much from Arcane Rising. Ooh, Silly Turtle, did you buy Unlimited Crew or First Edition Crew? It's the real question. Tell me the Arcanite. It is my belief that we are all little fish. Wait, who played this? That's right. I played a gentleman by the name of Cameron. He was playing Dash. I remember that card. My advice, Silly Turtle, I think Crew is a good buy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not deterring you from buying Crucible boxes and holding them. But I would not be buying Unlimited as an investment. There's a few obvious reasons, but the main one, which hasn't happened yet, but I believe will, is that they will reprint. Like, I know they're saying out of print, but I'm telling you now, they will come back and just reprint it if they want to. They can do that. It's unlimited. I know they're saying it's out of print, will never be reprinted, but I'm telling you, it's still possible. Very possible. But again, Crew, look, even if they reprint it, if yours has 2020 on the box and it's 2030 when they reprint it, yours is still worth more. I don't think it's a bad investment. I'm just saying. The only thing they're guaranteeing never to reprint is first edition and cold foils. Skullcap is 100% in the subset. They confirm that. Is it Skullcap? Yeah, Skullcap. If you look at fabtcg.com, Skullcap is up there. No, it's not even pretty much confirmed, boys. It's there. It has a card number, EVR 157 or whatever. It's 100% in the set. Same as Tunic. It's coming. It doesn't mean, like, don't get me wrong. All right, let's delve into that. Who knows what the difference between... No. Who knows what the definition of investing is? That's the real question. Booyah. Look at this pack. Yeah. Someone Google it. Someone pull up like a definition of what investing is. So yeah, for sure. Aaron or Boz. Unlimited draftable sets gonna have their own little thing where you can like go back in nostalgia and draft it with your friends or whatever. Okay, so see, Silly Turtle, if that's the definition, did you copy the definition of that's what your answer is? Foil equipment. Ooh, hey, I can put these as, I'm gonna use that. I have a null rune set. Someone pull up a def, like dictionary.com or Wikipedia, or whatever the definition places are. It's an obvious thing. It's even Silly Turtle. Yep. So if that's the Google result, it's the whole point I'm trying to make. It says in the future. What 90% of the trading card shit that you hear about is not investing, it's trading. So there's people that day trade, like shares or whatever. There's people that trade opals. There's people that trade collectibles. Trading is trying to buy low, sell high. I've done that all my life with sales. Well, worked for people trying to trade. Trading is trading. Investing is you buy something and you sit on it. That's the point. So if your idea of investing is buy stuff hoping that you can flip it, it's not, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm saying just don't call it. It's not investing. So let's go back to Silly Turtle's example. If he's invested in Crew Unlimited and it's a legit investment, you're going to literally lock it up somewhere and forget about it. You will do very well, I believe. That set is fucking amazing. In 10 years, I will be buying it. I will want the nostalgia of it. I will want to look back. Everyone else is trading. That's the funny thing too. Everyone, most people in our community watch Rudy's content. Rudy is 100% an investor. He does not buy and sell. He does because he owns an LGS and he does Patreon and all that, right? He does the short-term gain stuff, but Rudy doesn't sell his collection. He's mentioned that so many times. Doesn't matter what you offer him, he will not sell you a single card you see on his channel. He said that. It's because he's investing in it. there's going to be, it seems like, my guess is that Rudy will probably open some form of like collectible museum type thing. And that's his retirement. Like the guy has, he said he's got 8-9 figures. So my point is, if you're investing, if it's money that you like in your mind is gone forever, right? That's fine. You get people that'll go, invest in your hobby and let your hobby pay for itself. No, that's trading. If you buy first edition week 1 and then you sell a few boxes or sell some singles for a profit, you are not investing, you're trading. It's fine, you're trading, just saying the difference is one's long term. Oh, by the way, I'm no expert at either trading or investing, all right? Disclaimer. Also, do whatever the fuck you want with your own money. I'm just saying, they are both good ways to make money. One is inherently more risky. I'm sure you can figure that out. Here we go, Endless Arrow. Who plays Lexi here? Take offense to that, Ryan. Hey, second piece of foil null rune. Let's go. Gonna have full null rune in foil. Oh, hey, there he is. The man himself. I was just showing people mail day from you, my friend. Got your playmat, got the cards. Who doesn't love his art house group? I've got some MetaZoo coming, but it's just the Rudy kit because I want his MetaZoo promo card. I find that card will have some collectible value. The rest I'm probably going to open. And to be honest, look, it's probably going to get burned along with some Rudy promos, okay? Not the MetaZoo promo, the MetaZoo cards themselves. Where are we here? Res. Ooh, leather ones. Actually, hey, I got some people watching. Does anyone have a MetaZoo playmat? Do they exist? Look, silly turtle. Not everyone ages gracefully, okay? Leave the man alone. Also, he's pretty wealthy these days. What's a Corium Crucible mat? Oh, you're not talking to me, are you? Also, Ryan, just so that, you know, you don't think you got away scot-free, I was offended that you said I'm funny instead of I'm very funny. Because you said the funny pack opening guy. Anyway, I need a MetaZoo playmat. Because I really want to take... Oh, and I need MetaZoo sleeves. Because when I play Blitz events, I want to have MetaZoo playmat and MetaZoo sleeves. Teklo Core. Oh, that card looks sick in foil. Like... Have I seen this in... I must have at some point, but I don't recall seeing a foil majestic one of that. first edition. Ah, I see. Engraved leather mats. Rares. Thanks, Ryan. That's much better. Alright, guys. I'm getting tired. Ask me some hard questions. Actually, this is one of my skills in life. I can make decisions very quickly. So if you got a decision you need to make that you can't make, let me make it for you. That'll keep my brain awake. Hard question, easy question, I don't know. Outsource your problems. Do you want like the actual Rudy card, Silly Turtle? Is that what you're saying? Or do you want the kit with the art cards in it? Be specific. Flesh and Blood Art House. No, don't open it yet. I'll open one for you. I'm so confused. Ryan, in what amount of time do you want to review your past videos? What does that mean? That is a hard question. I can't even like wrap my mouth around it. That sounds dirty. I didn't mean it that way. Man, did I get more Majestics mixed up? The reason is, David, you don't want to open it, is the pricing is really whack at the moment, man. So if you're thinking of like long term, hold on to it. If you want to sell singles, open it now. The value's crazy right now. Human, I'm not answering that question. That's a trick question. Spend all your money there. Oh. In what amount of time do you want to review? I see. Whenever. I haven't thought about that. Because like it's YouTube, right? The videos will be in 10 years. Either it'll be videos of a dead game, or it'll be videos of a game we still play. Or there's that chance where like an alpha box is 200,000 in 10 years. And then it's like, and again, if you guys caught my interview with Chris Size, like his channel's gonna, like, he's got alpha hearts. I think 2 or 3 of them pulled on there. Like, I don't even have that. But like I said, I'm doing this for me. There's still my own personal nostalgia. So I get to enjoy the videos. All right. NFTs, let's not dive into that, but I don't think NFTs are the future, no. I think it's the opposite. I think it's the touchy-feely stuff that will... You can't turn, like... People don't buy art because it's worth money. Some people do. Some people invest in art, but most people buy art because it looks good and they want to hang it in their lounge room. But you are talking to someone born in the 80s. Talk to someone born in the 2000s. They might answer that differently. They might value digital art much more than I do. But I really don't think... And I'm not saying NFTs aren't like... NFTs are going to have their own little ecosystem all by themselves. David, if I told you that, how to monetize without putting more effort, I'd be giving away all my secrets. But here, you ready? I'll give you the idea. Paying attention, David? This should have been no room. Here's how you monetize Flesh and Blood Art House. I think this website already exists, but I don't know if you can affiliate or whatever. But I think there is a site where there is basically the entire website just is licensed to sell prints by artists. Do you know what I'm talking about? In print, yeah, I believe there's a website already where artists sign up and they upload, like they basically upload their art, and this site is there to sell print. So you get a lot of Instagram artist types that on their own page, like their Instagram page, like if you want to buy my prints, head to artprints.com or whatever it's called, and then obviously the art print company is printing them, and they're sending a commission over to the artist. Did you sort of gather what I'm trying to say? That exists already? DeviantArt and ArtStation. See, there you go. There's two websites that do it, right? My point to you, my friend, you don't, just because that exists doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, because you're probably, like, so your website's a niche, right? You may never retire off the back of it, but no, are they? If they're there, great. But what I'm saying is what you should do is see if you can cut in on that by advertising the Flesh and Blood artists themselves directly to Flesh and Blood players. So whether it's you try and get some unique art where they only offer it to you, or obviously like signed cards or whatever, but what you should be doing is something along that line, I think. If you're going to monetize the art part, is connecting, like, if you can find a way to connect Flesh and Blood artists to Flesh and Blood players who want to buy their art and reduce the friction. If you can reduce the friction, you'll make money. Because right now, I'm sure I could figure out where all the artists are and find their Instagram pages and then buy some art. But if you just had a list of them, and you could answer the international problem. See, Johnny asking about the UK. Like, if you can just reduce the friction and answer all the questions, you can make a commission just sitting in the middle. And honestly, you probably never have to lift the finger. But you have to do it like a proper website. Like, the Facebook group's fine, the Instagram group's fine, but you want it to be like set up properly. Or, and we're getting a lot of these common equipment. Or you do it more on a bespoke level, is you advertise yourself as a service and a broker. Not that I charge a fee to answer a question, but if I knew I could contact Flesh and Blood Art House because I want to buy a Library of Solana to hang on my wall, and I knew you'd get it all done, I'd probably do that. I'd just contact you. Why would I contact the artist? Like, if you had a reputation, yeah, middleman. That's what art brokers do, my friend. Art brokers have connections. That's all they have. Agents. That's all they have is connections. They don't do anything. Well, you got to pick, but yeah, a service, I think, is the answer. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to make a store, make a store. If you want to offer a service, offer a service. But pick one and do it really well. And I think there's a room for it. Like, the reason I'm saying I think there's room for it is because I know I would buy. Like, that's my metric. But I'm not everyone. Look about how many people are talking about it. And by the way, if I was in your shoes and that was my passion, I would have a little contract to sign with some of these artists. That's what I would do. Not like an exclusivity, but you can probably get an exclusive with them and go, look, I'll prepay you for 50 signed prints, but I want you to promise like you can't. Achala. Best country in the world. You are a Gracie. Ah, I'm confused. Maybe I'm tired. Hey Adrian, the video is already filmed. If you want to watch it now, you can jump on the Flesh and Blood Unseals page. Otherwise, the video's up in like 5 hours, actually. Achala, how you doing? I know who Achala is. Mr. H, good to see you, bro. Is Chain good again? Chain wrecked me at Boots today. Johnny, I can't play anything flawlessly. What do you... if I could, I would probably play Dorinthia. The video's already up, guys. The winners are announced. Everything's done. It goes, whoo, that's a hit. Kano mains, anyone? Someone check for me. Someone told me that Ira's XP is like nearly at the point of retirement. Is that true? Foil Blazing Aether. I pulled this in first edition too. It's very rare. Flippin' rare. Oh yeah? Hey, look, man, I don't talk to RC Crew elitist crowd, you know? Actually played Noah today. So guys, RC Crew is in Sydney, Australia. Like the last event we went to, 7 of the top 8 were RC Crew. Very high level, well, a few very high level players, I believe. Who won? PD. The names are Eric Mellon, I believe, won a Monarch box. Our friend Boz Oz won a Monarch box. And then Randall Suliga won the Arcane Rising first edition box. I'm just kidding, Ryan. Big B. Hey, Big B. A couple of legendaries, yeah. Look, I actually wanted to open most of this because I wanted some stuff for my deck, and I'm pretty sure I found it all. And I got some foil Null Rune stuff to add to it. And then I got a gazillion singles for the local stores, you know. Hey, let me tell you something. I know elitism when I see it. Okay? Just saying. It's all about the demeanor. Ryan, you're a child. I don't have to flex foils. I'll just flex myself. Woohoo! Hello. So I got a cold foil one of these coming. What do you think Cameron would do if he sees this? Man, even the unlimited ones, the corners are all banged up. Oh well. What's that card worth? It's alright, Ryan. I'll fight you. We'll have a good old jelly wrestle. Mordred Tide. Wait, is this a good card? Until the end of the turn, create a rune chant token instead. Okay, doubles your rune chant tokens. Viscerai. So Viscerai is the rune blade I would want to try and play. If I had to play a rune blade. I don't know, to be honest, guys, it's very likely that I'll be playing Shiana once I wrap my head around a decent-ish deck. Boz, why does that sound homophobic to me? Just get in there, man. It's a bit of jelly. We'll wear mankinis and everything. It'll be a whole thing. Shiana was my first pull, yeah. Well, hello. What's this? Majestic. Sonic Boom. See, we need to get Sire's like some animated like Sonic Boom when he hits the boom button, just like does that effect. Are we done with hard questions? All right, last Arcane Rising box. Hey, Ryan, did you like the trailer I made for him? Silly Turtle, did you post a video? Is that what you mean? To Ryan, what I was telling Chris was he needs to hire someone to go through his videos and make him a trailer for his channel. Like, obviously the type of channel he has is like all slow roll, and you know there's hundreds of packs that don't have big hits in them, but he 100% has the best catalog of hits for Flesh and Blood, or probably any card game for me anyway. So he really needs to like either he needs to sit and do it, or like get someone to log in his YouTube channel, download all the videos in the best quality possible, and then go through them and do what I did. Add reactions, add music, make it all sick and slick, and yeah. That's what I want to see. I'm not saying that like giving him advice is like what I want to see on his channel. I want to see a supercut. That's the word I used. Oh no, sorry, Silly Turtle. Yeah, so do you want the card or you want the kit without the card, like the art cards? I'll look out for your answer this time. Oh, so are you just saying it's a joke? Yeah, he does. I remember, but I haven't seen that. Ooh, hello. Why not? Who said CNC? Someone called that card. Silly Turtle. Nah, I'll look after you, man. When they all come back. So, look, I'm not going to burn them all. I know that's a huge waste. The best thing I'd probably do for you, Silly Turtle, is anything that comes back graded that's not a 10 or like a 9.5, I can probably just sell you for what I paid. PD, you know, I thought the same, but then I did remember he said he was going to frame them, so I understand why he just damaged them and didn't burn them, because that will make a much better framed artwork now, the way he did it, but it's pretty anticlimactic, yeah. Hey, did you guys see the collector box that he posted that was hidden in his video? I hope we don't get a CNC reprint. What I hope, like what I'd rather they do, is they take the power of the card. Like, let's try and figure this one out. I'm terrible at this stuff. Defense reaction cards can't be played to the chain link. If Commander Conquer hits a hero, destroy cards in their arsenal. So what I'd rather they did is they had this card, and instead of destroy cards in their arsenal, it forces them to destroy a card in their hand. Right? That's what I'd like. Where it's close in power. I don't know if that's close in power. Buzz, I've got it. It's on Reddit, and I posted it on the Facebook group. You can find it. Yeah, Silly Turtle, let me know. Like, what I can always do is just hold it, man. You save the money. This is a wizard box. They're both very strong wizard cards. We got the foil Aether before. Yeah, I can, like, we can do something where I hold it for you and you just pay me when you got the money. I don't need to make a profit on them. Like, I only bought 15 of the Rudy cards to get a 10 from PSA. Now, the only thing is if you get unlucky and they all come back 10s, then I ain't selling shit. Yeah, Gruda, I'm not... okay, I see what you're saying. It would be too strong because people could use it. Well, what they could do on the other card is say, you cannot have CNC in your deck or something. Oh, Ryan, I'm just... yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah. It's a strong card. Or, what I'd like to see is they put alternate art. So if they're going to do, like... I don't like that they put the tunic in and then it was the exact same art in Crucible. So if they're going to do reprints, I'd rather see a completely different art. That way it's very obvious that you've got the new version. I'd like that more. Adrian, what do you mean? Do you mean like, do I sell singles? One per deck. Ah, gotcha. Like legendary, yeah. Yeah, but Ryan, where I think they stuffed up is the Crucible tunic. The Crucible tunic, first edition, is uglier than the Welcome to Wraith Unlimited one. I don't like that at all. Thanks, Boz. I'll send me your address on Facebook before you go to sleep so I can post your stuff tomorrow. I just don't want to scroll up all the way. I put a dent in my finger opening packs. Look at that. Alright. I need to use a different technique. Silly Turtle, if you posted a link, I can't see it. And I don't know if I can do the settings right now. Hey, Big B, it's just me chilling, man. I wanted to open some stuff for me. This is case number 2. I needed some unlimited stuff for my deck. I got most of it. Adrian, I do. If you want my singles, there's 2 places you can find them right now. One is Deckbox Flesh and Blood Auctions. It's a second foil Endless Arrow. It's a 3 of them total. So, Cameron, I'll be, I don't know, maybe a little bit longer. Unless people want to still hang out, I'll open some Monarch. The 2 places you can buy my singles are Deckbox Flesh and Blood Auctions, run by my friend Ollie, or mtgcardsales.com, also run by my friend Ollie. Well, it's Ollie and Ryan. So they're the 2 places that right now and for the foreseeable future will have all my singles on. So all of this stuff will probably end up on there, minus the cards I want to keep to play with. Yeah, silly fellow, that's the way. I have posted on the Facebook group and stuff. I think just when you post a link in YouTube chat, it deletes it. I can't see it on my end right now. My hands are busy. Can't fix it. Yeah, Ryan and Ollie are really good. And they're a proper, like, small local game store. So, I like to support them. And the auction, like, guys, I'm not like just saying this. The auction page, Deckbox Auctions on Facebook, by the way. Sorry, I was reading Don's comment. I'm trying to think of a civil way to answer that. Good night, mate. Don, the thing is, like, there's no investors buying Fab. I was talking about that before. It's not as common as people would like to think or say that it is. It's very much people trading and trying to make quick money, and it obviously doesn't work. So, but I also like telling people where to spend their money. Like, it's not going to change anyone's mind. If you tell people not to invest in something and they want to invest in it, you know what? They're just going to do it. Do you guys want... What have I got here? They're foils. I can open the last couple of Monarch boxes. Sorry, Petey. I'm talking about Don's comment about Kitchen Table TCG saying investors should stop buying Fab. I was saying I don't think any investors are buying Fab. I think it's people buying it, trying to flip it is more common. And by flip it, I'm still talking like within a year. They're trying to do quick money stuff on it. It doesn't work. That's why the pricing's crashing, because everyone's trying to hold on thinking they're Rudy. And, you know, it doesn't work. Rudy doesn't hold stuff for a year. Rudy holds stuff for decades, or has held stuff for decades. It's not the same game. Well, Silly Toto, I'll tell you now. I really think the number of sealed Wrath Alpha boxes is less than people think. I do think it's in the hundreds. Yeah, Adrian, good stuff. By the way, I got lost my train of thought. You can pick up some freaking bargains on Deckbox. I'll tell you that. I've seen some $50 cards go for $5 because he doesn't put reserves on most of it. So get in there. Sorry, I'm putting rubbish away. Should we do the last 2 Monarch boxes now? Go to bed. What do we think? It's 24 people. Might as well. If you guys want to hang around, maybe we'll pull a Fable or something. Yeah, no, silly total. Like I said, if you're planning to like literally hold it, let's say for more than 2 years, I think you'll do well. Hey Devin, good morning. Ooh, let's do something real crazy, right? Let's open this box from the fucking bottom just because we're rebels. Hey silly turtle, what do you do for work? Anyone ever seen a box open from the bottom? Man. That's what my dad does for work, silly turtle. What languages do you interpret? Okay, that's right. Monarch first is the one with like 10, 11. Pack 1. I'm going to bed, boys and girls. I don't need to be here. Look at that. Pack 1 legendary. Straight from the bottom too. I'm such a troll. Called it. Look, I'm no Chris Sires. That's just pure luck, all right? There was no, what did I do with the rare? Oh, look, there's a Majestic in that pack too. I was about to bin. Yeah, let's not do that. All right, you guys want to have your mind blown? You ready? Can I give you all some advice? It's not even advice. Can I tell you like a fact that you don't know is a fact yet? Flesh and Blood. Adrian, yeah, MTG card sales and Deckbox Gaming are in Aussie dollars. Guys, the fact is this, and you may not like it, but I'm not wrong. And I don't care to argue with you. I'm just not. Flesh and Blood will not do what Magic did. It just won't. Everyone like bases everything on Magic. Flesh and Blood is not Magic. It can't be Magic because there's only one Magic. And it will not perform like it. It just won't. Not even close. Not in a good or bad way. I'm just telling you, it's not going to perform. They don't correlate. They're not the same. Like, you will make big mistakes if you try and marry the two up. Like, what I'm trying to say is this. Let me tell you the differences off the top of my head as a complete novice to both games. Flesh and Blood came out during the pandemic. Magic came out during the 80s, didn't it? 80s, 90s? That's it. They're completely different. They're so different. There are no 30-year-old Fab cards. There's no one alive right now that was a kid when they played Fab. No one. Early 90s, yeah. It's not comparable, guys. The cartoons in the early 90s were different. The politics were different. Everything was different. Do not look at this game and go, but Magic, like, set 5 of Magic did this, so set 5 of... Nah, it's not going to happen. Monarch is not going to do what set 5... Or Tails is not going to do what set 5 of Magic did. I'm telling you right now, it is not. Do not look at it. Look at it in its own bubble. Do not look outside it. And you can see stuff pretty clearly. You can see what the good sets are. You can see what people want to play. You can go look at the deck boxes and... sorry, the deck techs and go, okay, like, this is what people are playing. This is what's strong in the meta. This is, yeah, it's, do not compare them. Do yourself a favor and do not compare them. Correct. Everfest, you can compare to Crucible. See, that's what I'm doing. I'm comparing Everfest to Crucible, and I'm betting big on Everfest, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Again, look, this is just me. I'm just saying generic advice. Be very careful comparing two things that are not related whatsoever. Yes, they're both cards or card games. Yes, they're both fantasy and magic, and you play against opponents. Yeah, but that's like where the similarities end. One's been printed for like nearly 30 years. It's different. There's a lot of people that play Flesh and Blood that never played Magic. Silly Turtle, when I say I'm betting big, I'm still not investing, my friend. Yeah, I'm buying 25 cases because I'm going to open them, but like, this YouTube channel's my investment. I'm putting time in and recording stuff, and hopefully it ages well if the game does well. Cameron, I want to build a Dorinthia. Wait, is this Cameron from Central Coast? If so, hey buddy. If not, hello, other Cameron. Ryan, we're gonna do a mass box opening on the coast. Don't you worry. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, Cameron. I pulled some spicy mechanologist stuff, Cameron. If you're keen. It's the real Cameron and the other Cameron. No, we can't do that to him. What was I rambling on about? Yeah, don't compare the two. That's right. But I think that's a self-fulfilling thing, because if you try and compare Magic to anything, Magic and Pokemon don't compare. Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh don't compare. Magic and Digimon don't compare. Like, we don't compare them. The only reason I think Flesh and Blood compares is like it's fantasy, medieval type thing. It's maybe not Japanese based. I don't know. I don't know why people compare them. Hey, Cameron, if you're in debt to Ryan, don't worry about it, man. I'll take care of that. Look, I'm just saying. Also, here's the thing. Compare, like, Hearthstone to Magic. You can't. They're both card games, but I don't know. Silly Turtle, that might work. You can do that. I'd grab them pretty quick, man. I don't think you're going to find a lot of stock of either. Example, today to buy these, I had to go to 2 stores. Silly Turtle, what I would do, and I'm only answering you because there we go, Foil Majestic. Set yourself what you can afford in what time period, like monthly, weekly, whatever, and stick to it. And it's a bit like investing in shares. Like, if you talk, or forget talking to, if you take some professional advice, there's not gonna, oh yeah, you want to buy a Rudy promo. So the best way to invest, like when they run, if you watch investment videos where they like run simulations and they show you, like, if you put $5 a week, how much you end up with in 10 years, blah, blah, blah. The point I'm making is, if you just put in $10 a week into the game, like if you, all you ever do is walk into your LGS and buy a $7 pack every week, that's a better way to invest than spending the same amount of money but not having like a rhythm to it or a plan to it. Or worse, trying to time the market and trying to time when you spend your $7. Like if you just buy a pack of the new set every time you walk into a store, you'll probably do better over time than trying to guess which sets are better. That works in traditional investing. 100% would work with cards. So I think like one good way to look at it is, look, I'm going to buy a case of every new set and I'm going to open one box and I'm going to technically open 3 boxes and save 1 box, right? If you just did that with every set till the end of time, you'll probably find you'll do pretty well. Because you'll buy all the flops and you'll buy all the good ones. But over time, even the flops can turn into good ones, if you know what I mean. What are we doing here? Shadow. 7 Majestics, 1 Legendary. Can't complain. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Silly Turtle. That's what you're supposed to do as an investor who's not a professional investor, meaning you're not reading every news headline and reading every company report that comes your way. Like if you're just a person with a job that's not revolved around finance and following the market, you should just put $100 a month into shares, into like a, that's the advice you usually get. And if you do that, like when they show you the simulation of you doing that over a course of 20 years, you make a lot of money. Renaissance, I have no idea. All I know is I'm chewing through my cases and everyone else should be as well. And then Rudy will be happy because Mon will eventually hit 1K if we all open our boxes, see? All right, last box, I'm going to bed. Imagine hitting a library, huh? You guys watch my Rudy video where I pull a library like completely randomly? If you're gonna do that, Silly Turtle, my advice is put it in something airtight, put a silica pack in there, or get one of those acrylic, like do something, don't leave it. Ooh. Sonata Arcanics foil. That is some sick art. I was literally talking shit while I opened that pack. Hey, cases of Mon are already 1K, my friend. Definitely buy one. Buy yourself a case for 1K. Johnny of Sonata? You can. I'm sure you can. Message. So Chris Sires has one. Message Flesh and Blood Art House and see what they say. I think you can buy any one of the Flesh and Blood arts if you find the artist, because it is all digital as far as I understand. Where's the artist, Johnny? Yeah, so Johnny, step one, find the art. Find where you can buy a print, right? Second, you're in a global community, man. I can tell you, sure, but what I'm saying is find out if you can buy it, what the price is, and then I'll get in touch with, I can help you with this privately because I don't want to shout them out too much. But 100% there'll be someone in the US that's a Fab fan that'll help you get it to, like like you order it to their place and they will ship it to you safely. Expensive, that's another problem. I can't fix that. But getting it to the UK is not a problem. Man, I don't feel like we're gonna, you know when you don't feel like you're gonna get anything good? Probably gonna be the exact opposite in a second, right? Man, I got too many comments. Johnny, there's a way around that too. Just don't ever, I do, like, look, I'm not giving advice. I'm just telling you what I do. I never get insurance and I never, ever declare like the inflated value. So if I buy a booster box, it goes in, oh, Celestial Cataclysm. There we go. I never put in the full value. Like I put in what it retails for. What's the retail for a Welcome to Wraith Alpha? It's $100, $150. That's what it gets on the paperwork. Yeah, so Johnny, get it sent to you privately from someone in the US. That's your best bet. Find a Flesh and Blood fan. Maybe Flesh and Blood Art House, I believe, might help you. They'll just get it delivered to them. Make sure the shipping's done right. Cameron, next alpha break, you're gonna need to come down to Chromatic next Tuesday. Yeah, exactly. Speak to your colleagues then. Yeah, speak to your colleagues, get the print. Or you might be able to this one will be tricky, but you might be able to get permission from the artist and they might send you a high res for you to print in the UK if you're having like big problems. Some artists will help you out. Like they'll charge you and then they'll send you the print in a Dropbox and maybe let you access it for a week and get it printed or something. I don't know. Or maybe they'll share the file with the printer only, but you'll figure it out. Monarch's very hit and miss, Ryan. I've opened a gazillion boxes and it took me a gazillion boxes to get my first library. Like a crazy amount of boxes. And now I have 3. I thought that was a cold foil for a second, but I went one card too far. Yeah, just do that, Johnny. Or again, just like, there's a lot of like big name people in the community like who wouldn't rip you off. Just get it delivered to them. Even Chris Sayers, like I don't know if you use his service, but he's pretty like helpful with this stuff. Or just talk to an LGS, like get a store in Vegas to accept a delivery for you. And hello, Legendary 2. I'll take that. I mean, it's not a cold, it's not a my reaction's just too subdued. Yeah, you called it, silly turtle. Too bad we weren't betting on if you called it, you keep it, you know? Also, why, Turtle, what's your name? I'm trying to remember from the shipping, but I have a very bad memory with names. No, silly turtle, I just don't react. It is what it is. I'm just a subdued person, you know? Navarre, that's right. Navarre. That's right. Did I ask you what language you translate? That's why I was curious. I remember you having a Navarre. Trying to guess the language now. Last pack. There we go. It's not bad for the last pack. Ah, gotcha. Okay, you're not. Didn't you say translation of that? Or is that just what the office, like what the office is for? Sorry, I understand. Yes, you call it. I understand. Oh, time to learn a new language, and you can be the translator. Or don't do that. It's terrible. I'm gonna dig out the foils from here. That's a sick foil. We didn't even get any double ups. It's pretty good. $16 Majestics. I'm tired. Silly turtle, so I have better advice than that. There's some like obscure African dialects that pay like $600 an hour if you translate for ASIO. I just don't know any African dialects, otherwise I'd be doing that. Alright, I'm done opening stuff. Yeah, that was great. 2 boxes with legendaries. What's funny is, so we opened the other 2 boxes of that case. Aaron's box is worth more than these. If you guys didn't catch that video, it's live in like 4 hours. He got the extended art Mark of the Beast and the alternate art Galaxy Black, which is worth like more than some of these legendaries. It's like 420 US. All right, I might head off unless someone wants to ask something, see something. I don't see anything interesting around me. I got a shit ton of sorting to do. It's gonna be fun. Hey, my pleasure, guys. I thought I wouldn't usually post a video on like. I mean, this will probably end up on YouTube. I think it sort of auto uploads. So, Ryan, you should be in bed, man. I'll tell your mum. You weren't studying. Briar, we'll see. I was gonna make a clickbaity video about the Rudy box, but I mean, it looks like that rip-off box that whatever company's doing, where they send you like graded slabs. It just looks like maybe Rudy's doing his own collection thing. What I think Rudy might be doing is he might be selling, like, going back through his back catalog and maybe doing like 1 booster pack of rare magic shit. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't surprise me if Rudy's got a palette of alpha boxes and does like 1 pack each per patron. You know what I mean? That is my kryptonite if I lose my glasses. Yeah, so bro, that might be what he's doing. That'd be a cool thing if he sells like a Rudy collection thing. And then like maybe there's a chance, like a lottery chance where like there's a Black Lotus in it or something. See you around. But yeah, that'd be sick if he did that. I wouldn't be in on it. I don't care much for Magic. But imagine like you're a Magic fan and that's the stuff you can access. Whew. Rudy Vault stuff. Dude, I'm short, man. I'm 167, which is like 5'6". He's 6'6". That's why the thumbnail with me and Tall Timmy is Asterix and Obelisk. That's how I felt. Except he's not fat, you know? Alright, guys. I'm going to jet. Thanks for hanging. I'll, again, the video for the giveaway, if you didn't catch it, it'll be up soon. I'll be in bed when it's up. Good night, guys.